What if the breakfast you're eating right now is quietly stealing your vitality, especially down there? It's a question most men over 60 never think to ask. Yet millions start their day with foods that silently restrict blood flow to the pelvic region. This isn't just about feeling tired or sluggish. It's about losing the energy to enjoy morning walks with your partner, the confidence to feel like yourself, and the spark that keeps intimacy alive. For so many, these struggles feel like an inevitable part of aging. But what if the real culprit is sitting on your breakfast plate? I'm here to tell you it's not just about getting older, it's about choices we can change. Starting with the very first meal of the day. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, an 85-year-old physician with nearly 50 years of experience helping men and women rediscover their strength and vitality. Over the decades, I've worked with thousands of patients across the United States, from bustling cities to quiet towns, all searching for ways to feel vibrant again. My mission has always been simple: to share practical, science-backed solutions that fit into your life. No complicated diets or expensive pills, just real changes that make a difference. Let me tell you about Robert, a 68-year-old retired teacher who came to me feeling like his best days were behind him. Robert used to love his morning walks with his wife, Ellen, their hands brushing as they laughed about old memories. But over time, a heavy sluggishness settled in. His energy faded by mid-morning, and intimacy, once a source of closeness, became a quiet source of frustration. Robert thought it was just age catching up, a fact of life he had to accept. He'd sit at breakfast, munching on sugary cereal or skipping it altogether, not realizing those choices were clogging his arteries and dimming his spark. But when we made a small tweak to his morning routine, everything changed. Within weeks, Robert felt lighter, more connected, and closer to Ellen than he had in years. Today, I'm going to share 4 powerful breakfast foods that can boost circulation down there, restore your confidence, and strengthen the emotional bond with your partner. I'll also reveal 3 common breakfast mistakes you might be making and how to avoid them. These are simple, gentle changes foods you likely have in your kitchen right now that can make you feel alive again. If this hits home for you, type 1 in the comments below. If you're not sure or have questions, type 0. I read every comment and want to hear your story. Before we dive into these foods, let's explore why circulation slows after 60 and how your breakfast can turn it around. Ever wonder why energy and intimacy feel harder to maintain after 60? It's a question that creeps into the minds of so many men, often in quiet moments when you notice your stamina isn't what it used to be, or when those intimate moments with your partner feel more challenging than they once did. It's easy to chalk it up to aging, to think it's just the way things are now. But what if I told you that the way you start your day specifically, what you choose to eat for breakfast, could be playing a bigger role than you realize? I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and I've spent nearly 50 years helping men like you rediscover their vitality. Today, I want to pull back the curtain on why circulation to your pelvic region slows down after 60, and how your morning meal can either make things worse or turn it all around. Let's start with the heart of the matter: blood flow. Your pelvic region, especially for men, depends on a steady, healthy flow of blood to keep things working the way they should. Whether it's the energy to stay active or the confidence to connect intimately with your partner, blood flow is the foundation. At the core of this process is a molecule called nitric oxide, or NO for short. Nitric oxide is like a key that unlocks your blood vessels, allowing them to relax and widen so blood can flow freely. It's what helps you maintain strong erections, sustain stamina, and feel that vibrant energy that makes you feel like you. When nitric oxide is plentiful, your blood vessels work smoothly, delivering oxygen and nutrients exactly where they're needed. But here's the catch: after 60, your body's ability to produce nitric oxide starts to decline. The endothelium, the delicate lining of your blood vessels, begins to age, becoming less efficient at making NO. Research from the American Heart Association in 2019 showed that this aging process can reduce flow-mediated dilation, or FMD, by up to 20% in men over 60. FMD is a fancy term for how well your blood vessels expand to let blood flow through, and when it drops, you might notice weaker erections, less pelvic stamina, or even a heavy, sluggish feeling in your legs. On top of that, testosterone levels naturally dip with age, which further slows nitric oxide production. Add in inflammation, something that creeps up as we get older, and it's like putting a kink in the hose, restricting blood flow even more. Now, let's talk about something that makes this worse: stress. Stress triggers a hormone called cortisol, and when cortisol spikes, it acts like a clamp on your blood vessels, making them narrower and stiffer. This isn't just about feeling stressed out, it's about how your body responds to everyday habits, especially what you do in the morning. Your breakfast choices can either calm cortisol and support blood flow or send it soaring, tightening those vessels and leaving you drained. This brings us to 3 common breakfast mistakes that so many men over 60 make without realizing the impact. First, skipping breakfast altogether. I get it, mornings can be busy, and it's tempting to rush out the door with nothing but a cup of coffee. But here's what happens when you skip breakfast. Your cortisol levels can jump by 15 to 20%, according to a 2020 study in the Journal of Endocrinology. That spike doesn't just make you feel jittery, it reduces testosterone production and shuts down nitric oxide, leaving your pelvic region starved for blood flow. Over time, this can lead to fatigue, weaker stamina, and a noticeable drop in intimacy. It's like starting your day with your body already working against you. Second, eating refined sugars, like sugary cereals, white bread, or those tempting pastries. These foods might taste good, but they're a disaster for your blood vessels. A 2018 study in diabetes care found that high-sugar breakfasts can increase insulin resistance by 25% in seniors. Insulin resistance is like a traffic jam in your bloodstream. It damages the endothelium, reduces nitric oxide, and makes it harder for blood to reach your pelvic area. That means less energy, weaker performance, and a heavier feeling that lingers all day. I've seen men who thought their morning donut was harmless, only to realize it was quietly chipping away at their vitality. Third, relying on coffee alone. I know coffee is a morning staple for so many of us, and I'm not saying you have to give it up, but when it's the only thing you consume, it can cause problems. A 2017 study in hypertension showed that coffee, especially without food, can cause vasoconstriction, narrowing your blood vessels, and mild dehydration, reducing pelvic blood flow by up to 10% within hours. That's not just a morning slump. It's a direct hit to your stamina and confidence, especially in intimate moments. Let me share a story about James, a 65-year-old accountant who came to me feeling like he was running on empty. James was the kind of guy who prided himself on being sharp and reliable, always balancing the books for his clients with precision. But privately, he was struggling. He'd skip breakfast to save time, grabbing a quick coffee before diving into his day. By noon, he was drained, his legs felt heavy, and his intimacy with his wife, Susan, was suffering. He told me, "Dr. Cole, I feel like I'm letting her down, and I don't know why my body's giving up on me. James thought it was just age, but the truth was, his morning habits were setting him up for failure. When we worked together to add a balanced breakfast, everything changed. Within weeks, James felt his energy return, his confidence grew, and he and Susan started enjoying their evenings together again, laughing like they used to. Why does breakfast matter so much? Because your morning meal sets the tone for your body's cortisol and insulin levels for the entire day. It's a strategic moment, a chance to either support your blood vessels or let them struggle. By choosing the right foods, you can stabilize cortisol, boost nitric oxide, and keep blood flowing to your pelvic region, giving you the energy and vitality you deserve. It's not about overhauling your life. It's about making small, intentional choices that add up to big results. Now that we know what to avoid skipping breakfast, sugary foods, and coffee alone, let's turn to the good news. There's a simple food you can add to your mornings that can transform your circulation and bring back that vibrant feeling. It's something you might already have in your pantry: black beans. Let's explore how just 2 tablespoons can make a difference. Could 2 tablespoons of black beans in the morning unlock better circulation down there? It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? A humble pantry staple, something you might toss into a chili or soup, could hold the key to revitalizing your energy, your confidence, and even your intimacy. But trust me, after nearly 50 years of helping men just like you, I've seen how small changes like adding a spoonful of black beans to your breakfast can make a profound difference. These little beans are packed with nutrients that work like a gentle nudge to your blood vessels, helping them open up and deliver the blood flow you need to feel vibrant again. Let's dive into why black beans are such a powerhouse and how you can start using them tomorrow to feel the change. Black beans are more than just a tasty addition to your plate. They're a nutritional goldmine for your circulation, especially for men over 60. One of their star ingredients is L-arginine, an amino acid that acts like a spark plug for your blood vessels. L-arginine boosts something called endothelial nitric oxide synthase, or eNOS, which is a fancy way of saying it helps your body produce more nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is that magic molecule we talked about earlier. It relaxes your blood vessels, making them wider and more flexible so blood can flow freely to your pelvic region. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that L-arginine from foods like black beans can increase nitric oxide production by up to 15%. That's a significant boost, and it means more oxygen and nutrients reaching the places that support your stamina and intimate health. But that's not all black beans bring to the table. They're also rich in anthocyanins, those vibrant compounds that give the beans their deep, almost purplish color. Anthocyanins are like a shield for your blood vessels, reducing inflammation that can make them stiff and narrow. According to a 2019 study in Circulation, anthocyanins can lower vascular inflammation by 10%, which helps your blood vessels stay pliable and responsive. This is crucial for men over 60 because inflammation tends to creep up with age, quietly restricting blood flow and sapping your energy. By calming that inflammation, black beans help your vessels do their job better, supporting not just your pelvic health, but your overall vitality. Then there's the fiber in black beans, a quiet hero that works behind the scenes. Fiber helps lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind that can clog your arteries and slow blood flow. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that just a small daily serving of high-fiber foods like black beans can reduce LDL cholesterol by 5 to 7%. That might not sound like a lot, but over time, it's like clearing out the traffic jams in your bloodstream, making it easier for blood to reach your pelvic area and beyond. This steady flow is what keeps you feeling energized, confident, and ready for whatever the day brings, whether it's a morning walk with your partner or a moment of closeness in the evening. The real proof of black beans' power comes from the research. A study on seniors found that eating legumes daily, like black beans, improved flow-mediated dilation, or FMD, by 12% in just 4 weeks. FMD is how well your blood vessels expand to let blood through. And better FMD means better circulation to your pelvic region, which can translate to stronger stamina and a renewed sense of confidence. I've seen this in my practice time and time again. Men who make this one small change start to feel lighter, more energized, and more like themselves. So, how do you bring black beans into your morning? It's easier than you might think, and you don't need to be a chef to make it work. Just 2 tablespoons, that's all it takes. You can stir them into your morning oatmeal for a savory twist. Blend them into a smoothie with some fruit to mask the flavor, or toss them into a breakfast salad with greens and a splash of olive oil. If you're feeling adventurous, try mashing them with a bit of avocado for a hearty spread on whole grain toast. The key is to keep it simple and make it a habit. Start with a small amount, and you'll be amazed at how quickly it becomes part of your routine. Now, a quick word of caution to keep this safe and effective. If you have gout, black beans contain purines, which can sometimes trigger a flare-up. So check with your doctor and keep your portions moderate. If you're on blood thinners, like warfarin, talk to your healthcare provider, as beans can interact with these medications. And always make sure your beans are cooked thoroughly raw, or undercooked beans can cause bloating or digestive discomfort, which is the last thing you want when you're trying to feel your best. Soak them overnight and cook them well, and you'll avoid any trouble. Let me tell you about Sarah, a 62-year-old nurse who came to me worried about her husband, Tom. Tom was 65, a retired firefighter who used to light up a room with his energy. But over the past year, Sarah noticed he was slowing down. His morning walks with her became shorter, and their intimate moments, once a source of joy, were fading. "Dr. Cole," Sarah said, her voice soft with concern. "Tom's not himself anymore. He's tired by noon, and I can tell he's frustrated." Tom was eating a quick bowl of sugary cereal or skipping breakfast entirely, not realizing how it was dragging him down. I suggested one simple change: add 2 tablespoons of black beans to his morning smoothie. At first, Tom laughed, thinking it sounded odd, but within a month, Sarah was beaming. "Our walks are lively again," she told me. "Tom's got his spark back, and we're closer than ever." That small addition gave Tom's body the nutrients it needed to boost his circulation and rediscover his vitality. I want you to feel that same spark. Why not try black beans tomorrow morning? It's such an easy step, and it could make all the difference if you're ready to give it a shot. Type 1 in the comments below. I'd love to know you're in. If you're curious or have questions, type 0, and let's keep this conversation going. Next, we're going to explore a breakfast combo that's a true powerhouse for your blood vessels: oats, chia seeds, and almonds. You won't believe how simple and delicious this can be. What if your morning oatmeal could do more than fill you up? It could recharge your vitality. I know oatmeal might sound like the kind of breakfast your grandparents ate, something plain and predictable. But what if I told you that by combining it with 2 simple ingredients, you could turn it into a powerhouse that supports your blood flow, lifts your energy, and even brings back that spark of confidence you might feel slipping away? I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and after nearly 50 years of helping men like you stay strong and vibrant, I've seen how this one breakfast combo, oats, chia seeds, and almonds, can transform how you feel, especially down there. It's not just about eating something healthy. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to keep your blood vessels open and your vitality alive. Let's dive into why this trio is so special and how you can start enjoying it tomorrow. Oats are the foundation of this breakfast, and they're doing a lot more than just keeping you full. They're packed with a type of fiber called beta-glucan, which acts like a gentle cleaner for your arteries. Beta-glucan helps lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind that clogs your blood vessels, by up to 10%. According to a 2022 study in Nutrition Reviews, less cholesterol means smoother blood flow, which is critical for getting oxygen and nutrients to your pelvic region. But oats have another secret weapon compounds called avenanthramides. These natural anti-inflammatories work to calm the inflammation that stiffens your blood vessels, boosting something called flow-mediated dilation, or FMD, by 8%. FMD is how well your arteries expand to let blood flow through. And better FMD means stronger circulation to support your stamina and intimate health. It's like giving your blood vessels a morning stretch, helping them stay flexible and ready for the day. Then there are chia seeds, those tiny black specks that pack a surprising punch. Chia seeds are rich in alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, a healthy fat that's like a soothing balm for your blood vessels. A 2020 study in hypertension found that ALA can lower blood pressure by 4 to 6 millimeters of mercury, which might not sound like much, but it's enough to make your arteries more elastic and responsive. That elasticity is key for men over 60 because as we age, our blood vessels can become stiffer, making it harder for blood to reach sensitive areas like the pelvic region. Chia seeds help keep those vessels supple, ensuring blood flows where you need it most, whether it's for a morning walk or a moment of closeness with your partner. Plus, chia seeds absorb water and form a gel-like texture, which helps you feel satisfied longer, so you're not reaching for sugary snacks that could undo your progress. Almonds round out this trio, bringing a dose of magnesium and healthy fats that your blood vessels love. Just 1 ounce of almonds, about 10 to 12. Nuts delivers 80 milligrams of magnesium, a mineral that's like a natural relaxant for your arteries. Magnesium helps reduce vessel stiffness by up to 15%. According to a 2018 study in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, this means your blood can flow more freely, supporting not just your pelvic health, but also your overall energy. The healthy fats in almonds, like monounsaturated fats, work alongside magnesium to keep your blood vessels strong and flexible, preventing the kind of blockages that can leave you feeling sluggish or disconnected. Together, oats, chia seeds, and almonds create a breakfast that's like a team effort for your circulation, each ingredient boosting the others to help you feel vibrant and alive. The science backs this up. A 2021 study showed that eating a combination of oats, chia seeds, and nuts improved endothelial function, how well your blood vessel linings work by 10% in just 8 weeks. That's a real, measurable difference in how blood flows to your pelvic area, which can translate to better stamina, stronger erections, and a renewed sense of confidence. I've seen this in my practice, too. Men who start their day with this combo often tell me they feel lighter on their feet, more energized, and more connected to their partners, all because of a simple bowl of breakfast. So, how do you make this work for you? It's easier than you might think. Start with half a cup of steel-cut oats. Those are the less processed kind that keep all the good nutrients. Mix in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and about 10 almonds. You can cook the oats with water or milk, then sprinkle the chia and almonds on top. For extra flavor, add a handful of berries or a dollop of yogurt, which we'll talk about later in this video. If you're short on time, you can prep it the night before, as overnight oats just mix everything in a jar. Pop it in the fridge, and it's ready by morning. It's a breakfast that's hearty, satisfying, and gentle on your body, setting you up for a day full of energy. A quick word of caution to keep this safe and effective. Steer clear of flavored instant oats, which are often loaded with sugar that can spike your insulin and harm your blood vessels. Check the label to make sure you're getting plain, steel cut, or rolled oats. If you have a nut allergy, you can skip the almonds and still get great benefits from the oats and chia seeds, or talk to your doctor about safe alternatives. Also, start with a small amount of chia seeds. 1 tablespoon is plenty because too much can cause digestive discomfort if you're not used to the fiber. Drink a glass of water with your meal to help the chia seeds work their magic without any bloating. Let me share a story about David, a 67-year-old mechanic who came to me feeling stuck. David was the kind of guy who could fix anything: cars, appliances, you name it. But lately, his own body felt like it needed a tune-up. His legs felt heavy, like he was walking through sand, and his drive both in life and with his wife. Carol was fading. "Dr. Cole," he said, his voice heavy with frustration. "I feel like I'm letting everyone down, especially my grandkids. I can't keep up anymore." David was eating a quick piece of toast or nothing at all for breakfast, not realizing it was dragging him down. I suggested he try this simple combo: oats, chia seeds, and almonds. At first, he was skeptical. Oatmeal didn't sound exciting. But after 6 weeks, David was a new man. "I've got energy to play with my grandkids again," he told me, grinning. "And Carol says I'm back to my old self." That breakfast gave David's body the nutrients it needed to boost his circulation and rekindle his confidence. I want you to feel that same energy and spark. Why not try this breakfast combo tomorrow? It's so simple, and you might already have these ingredients in your kitchen. If you're ready to give it a go, type 1 in the comments below. I'd love to know you're on board. If you've got questions or need a little nudge, type 0. And let's keep this conversation going. I read every comment, and I'm here to support you. Now, let's sip on a morning drink that works fast to boost your circulation: green tea. You won't believe how 1 cup can make a difference. Can a single cup of tea really boost circulation down there? In just a matter of hours? It might sound like something your grandmother would suggest, but hear me out. This isn't just any tea, and it's not an old wives' tale. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and after nearly 50 years of helping men like you rediscover their vitality, I've seen how something as simple as a morning cup of green tea can work wonders for your blood flow, energy, and even your confidence in those intimate moments. Green tea isn't just a soothing drink. It's like a gentle wake-up call for your blood vessels, helping them open up and deliver the circulation you need to feel alive and connected. Let's explore why this humble beverage is such a game changer and how you can make it a part of your morning to feel the difference. Green tea is packed with a powerful compound called epigallocatechin gallate, or EGCG for short. Think of EGCG as a supercharged helper for your blood vessels. It works by activating endothelial nitric oxide synthase, or eNOS, which is the engine that produces nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide, as we've discussed, is the key to relaxing your blood vessels, allowing blood to flow freely to your pelvic region and beyond. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Physiology found that EGCG can boost nitric oxide production by up to 20%. That's a significant lift, and it means more blood reaching the areas that support your stamina, energy, and intimate health. But what's even more remarkable is how fast it works. According to a 2019 study in the European Journal of Cardiology, drinking green tea can improve flow-mediated dilation, or FMD, the measure of how well your arteries expand, by up to 30% within just 2 hours. That's right, in the time it takes to enjoy your morning routine. Green tea is already helping your blood vessels work better, giving you a quick boost that lasts through the day. Beyond its direct effect on circulation, green tea offers another perk that's especially important for men over 60. It helps lower blood pressure. The same study showed that a daily cup of green tea can reduce systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 millimeters of mercury. That might not sound like a lot, but even a small drop can make your blood vessels less strained, allowing blood to flow more easily to your pelvic area. This improved flow supports not just your physical performance, but also your overall sense of vitality, making it easier to stay active and feel connected with your partner. It's like giving your body a gentle push to keep everything running smoothly, from your morning walk to those quiet moments of closeness in the evening. So, how do you make green tea work its magic? It's simple, but there's a right way to do it to get the most benefits. Start with 1 teaspoon of loose green tea leaves or a high-quality tea bag. Steep it in water heated to about 80 degrees Celsius, that's just below boiling, or about 175 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 minutes. Any longer, and the tea can turn bitter, which might make it harder to enjoy. To boost the absorption of EGCG by up to 15%. As shown in a 2021 study in Food Chemistry, add a splash of lemon juice to your cup. The vitamin C in the lemon helps your body soak up those powerful compounds, making every sip more effective. You can drink it plain, or if you like a touch of sweetness, a tiny drizzle of honey is fine. Just avoid piling in sugar, which can undo the benefits by spiking your insulin. Sip it slowly in the morning, maybe while reading the paper or chatting with your spouse, and let it set the tone for a vibrant day. Now, a couple of cautions to keep this safe and enjoyable. Green tea contains caffeine, so stick to 3 to 5 cups a day to avoid feeling jittery or disrupting your sleep. If you're sensitive to caffeine, start with 1 cup and see how you feel. Also, if you're taking medications like statins for cholesterol or sildenafil for erectile dysfunction, avoid drinking green tea too close to when you take your pills, as it can sometimes interact with them. Check with your doctor to find the best timing. Usually a gap of a few hours works fine. This way, you get all the benefits without any surprises. Let me tell you about Michael, a 64-year-old veteran who came to me feeling like he was fading away. Michael was proud of his service and his strength, but over the past year, he felt sluggish, like his body was stuck in low gear. His mornings were foggy, and intimacy with his wife, Linda, had become a source of quiet frustration. "Dr. Cole," he said, his voice low, "I feel disconnected, like I'm not the man I used to be." Michael was starting his day with just coffee, not realizing it was tightening his blood vessels and draining his energy. I suggested one simple change: swap that second cup of coffee for a cup of green tea. At first, Michael was hesitant. He wasn't much of a tea drinker, but he gave it a try, steeping a cup each morning with a splash of lemon. Within weeks, he called me, his voice brighter. "My days are sharper now," he said. "I'm not dragging anymore, and Linda and I are feeling closer again." That single cup of green tea helped Michael's blood vessels open up, giving him the energy and confidence he thought he'd lost. I want you to feel that same clarity and connection. Green tea is so easy to add to your morning. It's affordable, it's quick, and you might already have some in your cupboard. Why not try it tomorrow? Just 1 cup could be the start of feeling more like yourself. If you're ready to sip green tea and join Michael in this simple change, type 1 in the comments below. I'd love to know you're giving it a go. If you're curious or have questions, type 0. And let's keep this conversation going. I read every comment, and I'm here to cheer you on. Next, we're moving on to a sweet fruit that packs a serious circulation punch: blueberries. You won't believe how delicious and powerful this little berry can be. What if a handful of berries could make you feel vibrant again? It's hard to believe that something as small and simple as blueberries could hold so much power. But after nearly 50 years of helping men like you reclaim their energy and confidence, I've seen it happen time and time again. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and I know how easy it is to feel like your best days are slipping away those mornings when you wake up feeling heavy, or those evenings when intimacy with your partner doesn't come as naturally as it used to. Blueberries might seem like just a sweet treat, but they're like little bursts of vitality that can support your blood flow, lift your spirits, and bring back that spark you've been missing, especially down there. Let's dive into why these tiny fruits are such a big deal and how you can start enjoying them tomorrow to feel the difference. Blueberries are nature's gift to your blood vessels, packed with compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give blueberries their deep, rich color, and they're like a gentle tonic for your circulatory system. Anthocyanins work by boosting flow-mediated dilation, or FMD, which is how well your blood vessels expand to let blood flow through. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that anthocyanins can increase FMD by 1.5 to 2%, which means your arteries can open up more easily, delivering blood to your pelvic region to support stamina and intimate health. That same study showed that eating blueberries regularly can lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 7 millimeters of mercury. That's a small but meaningful drop, enough to ease the strain on your blood vessels and make it easier for blood to reach the areas that matter most, like your pelvic region, where good circulation is key to feeling vibrant and connected. But there's more to blueberries than just keeping your blood vessels flexible. They also help your body produce nitric oxide, that crucial molecule we've talked about that relaxes your arteries and supports blood flow. The anthocyanins in blueberries can boost nitric oxide production by up to 10%. According to research, this means more oxygen and nutrients flowing to your pelvic area, which can make a real difference in how energized you feel throughout the day and how confident you feel in intimate moments. It's not just about physical health, it's about feeling like yourself again, ready to enjoy life's simple pleasures, like a quiet dinner with your partner or a playful moment with your grandkids. Blueberries are like a daily reminder that small choices can lead to big changes. The science is clear on this one. A 2020 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that eating blueberries every day improved vascular function in seniors by 12% in just 12 weeks. That's 3 months of a simple habit leading to stronger blood flow, better energy, and a renewed sense of confidence. I've seen this in my practice, too. Men who add blueberries to their mornings often tell me they feel lighter on their feet, more engaged in their day, and closer to their partners. It's not about overhauling your life, it's about adding one small, delicious ingredient that works quietly to support your vitality. So, how do you bring blueberries into your morning? It couldn't be easier, and you don't need to be a master chef to make it work. Just half a cup that's about a small handful is all you need. You can toss them into a bowl of yogurt for a creamy, satisfying start to your day. Sprinkle them over the oats we talked about earlier, or blend them into a smoothie with a banana and a splash of milk. Whether you choose fresh or frozen, both work just as well, so you can enjoy them year-round, even if they're not in season. If you're feeling fancy, try mixing them with a little Greek yogurt and a drizzle of honey for a breakfast that feels like a treat but works like medicine. The key is to make it a habit, something you look forward to each morning as a gift to your body and your well-being. A quick word of caution to keep this safe and effective. Blueberries are high in oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stones in some people. If you have a history of kidney stones, talk to your doctor before making blueberries a daily habit. They might suggest moderating your intake or pairing them with other foods to balance things out. For most people, though, half a cup a day is perfectly safe and delivers all the benefits without any fuss. Just be sure to rinse fresh blueberries well. And if you're using frozen, check that they're unsweetened to avoid hidden sugars that could work against your blood vessels. Let me tell you about Linda, a 66-year-old grandmother who came to me worried about her husband. John, also 66, was a retired carpenter who used to spend his days building furniture and playing with their grandkids. But over the past year, Linda noticed he was losing his energy and confidence. "Dr. Cole," she said, her eyes full of concern. "John's smile isn't the same. He's tired all the time, and we're not as close as we used to be." John was starting his mornings with a bagel and cream cheese, not realizing it was spiking his blood sugar and slowing his circulation. I suggested one simple change: add half a cup of blueberries to a bowl of yogurt each morning. Linda was skeptical at first. Berries seemed too small a fix for such a big problem, but within a month, she was beaming. "John's smiling again," she told me. "He's got energy for our grandkids, and we're feeling close again, like we used to." That handful of blueberries helped John's blood vessels open up, bringing back his vitality and their connection. I want you to feel that same joy and closeness. Blueberries are so easy to add to your morning. They're sweet, they're delicious, and you might already have them in your fridge or freezer. Why not try them tomorrow? Just half a cup could be the start of feeling more vibrant and connected. If you're ready to give blueberries a go, type 1 in the comments below. I'd love to know you're in. Dion. If you've got questions or need a little encouragement, type 0. And let's keep this conversation going. I read every comment, and I'm here to support you. These foods are powerful, but combining them with a few simple habits can take your vitality even further. Let's explore how to make these changes stick next. What if small habits could amplify the effects of these foods and supercharge your vitality? By now, you've heard about the incredible power of black beans, oats with chia seeds and almonds, green tea, and blueberries, each one a simple, delicious way to boost blood flow and bring back that spark, especially down there. But here's the secret to taking it to the next level. It's not just about what you eat, but how you pair those foods with a few easy habits. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and after nearly 50 years of helping men like you feel vibrant and connected, I've seen how combining the right breakfast with small, intentional habits can transform your energy, your confidence, and even your closeness with your partner. These habits are like the perfect seasoning. They make the foods you're eating work even harder for your body. Let's dive into how you can bring it all together to feel stronger and more alive every single day. The magic of these breakfast foods lies in how they work together, creating what I like to call a nutrient cascade. Each food we've talked about brings something special to the table, and when you combine them, their benefits don't just add up, they multiply. For example, the L-arginine in black beans, which boosts nitric oxide production, teams up with the EGCG in green tea to keep your blood vessels relaxed and open. Meanwhile, the anthocyanins in blueberries enhance the beta-glucan in oats, helping to lower cholesterol and reduce inflammation even more effectively. It's like assembling a dream team for your circulation, where each player makes the others stronger. This synergy means better blood flow to your pelvic region, which supports stamina, intimacy, and that overall sense of vitality that makes you feel like you again. The science backs this up. A 2021 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that combining nutrient-rich foods with specific habits can boost nitric oxide production by 10%, giving your blood vessels the support they need to thrive. So, what are these habits that can take your breakfast to the next level? They're simple, gentle, and fit right into your morning routine. First, let's talk about timing. Eating your breakfast within 60 minutes of waking is like setting the foundation for a strong day. When you eat early, you stabilize cortisol, that stress hormone that can clamp down on your blood vessels. By keeping cortisol in check, you allow your body to produce more nitric oxide, which, as we've discussed, is crucial for blood flow to your pelvic area. The 2021 study I mentioned showed that eating within this window can increase nitric oxide production by 10%, which means better circulation from the moment you start your day, whether it's a bowl of oats with blueberries or a smoothie with black beans. Eating soon after you wake up helps your body stay balanced and energized, setting you up for stronger stamina and confidence. The second habit is a light morning walk. Just 15 minutes can make a big difference. You don't need to run a marathon or hit the gym. A gentle stroll around your neighborhood, maybe with your spouse or even your dog, is enough. Walking gets your blood moving, and it's like giving your arteries a little stretch to keep them flexible. A 2020 study in Circulation found that just 15 minutes of walking can increase flow-mediated dilation, or FMD, by 5%. That's the measure of how well your blood vessels expand. And even a small boost can improve blood flow to your pelvic region, supporting energy and intimacy. Plus, a morning walk is a chance to clear your mind, breathe fresh air, and start your day with a sense of calm and purpose. It's not just good for your body, it's a gift to your spirit, too. The third habit is all about hydration. Drinking 16 ounces of water with your breakfast is like giving your blood vessels a refreshing drink of their own. As we age, it's easy to become mildly dehydrated, especially in the morning, and even slight dehydration can make your blood thicker and harder to pump. Reducing circulation. That same 2020 study showed that proper hydration supports blood flow by keeping your vessels relaxed and your blood moving smoothly. A glass of water alongside your green tea or blueberry yogurt ensures your body has what it needs to make the most of those nutrient-rich foods. You can even add a slice of lemon for a little flavor. It's a simple way to make hydration feel like a treat rather than a chore. The impact of combining these foods with these habits is remarkable. Studies show that pairing a nutrient-dense diet with habits like early eating, light walking, and hydration can improve pelvic blood flow by 15% in just 8 weeks. That's 2 months of small, consistent changes leading to better energy, stronger stamina, and a renewed sense of connection with your partner. I've seen this in my practice, too. Men who embrace these habits alongside their breakfasts often tell me they feel more alive, more engaged, and more confident in their daily lives. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about taking small steps that add up to big results. Let me share a story about Edward, a 70-year-old retiree who came to me feeling like he was just getting old. Edward loved his life spending time with his wife, Margaret, and tinkering in his garden, but over the past year, he felt heavy and tired, like his body was betraying him. "Dr. Cole," he said, his voice tinged with resignation, "I feel older than I am, and Margaret deserves better." Edward was eating haphazardly, often skipping breakfast or grabbing a sugary muffin. I suggested he try the breakfast foods we've discussed: black beans, oats with chia and almonds, green tea, and blueberries, and pair them with 2 simple habits: eating within an hour of waking and taking a 15-minute morning walk. At first, Edward wasn't sure it would make a difference, but after 10 weeks, he was a changed man. "I feel 10 years younger," he told me, his eyes bright. Margaret noticed. Too, she says, "I'm back to my old self." Those small habits, combined with the right foods, gave Edward's body the boost it needed to restore his circulation and his confidence. I want you to feel that same renewed energy and closeness. These habits, eating early, taking a short walk, and staying hydrated, are so easy to weave into your morning. And they make the foods we've talked about work even harder for you. Why not try one of these habits with your breakfast tomorrow? Maybe start with a glass of water or a quick walk around the block. If you're ready to give it a go, type 1 in the comments below. I'd love to know you're on board. If you've got questions or need a little nudge, type 0. And let's keep this conversation going. I read every comment, and I'm here to support you. Let's wrap up with how to start and keep your vitality soaring, bringing all these pieces together for a life that feels vibrant and full. We've covered so much today, and I hope you're feeling as inspired as I am about the power of your morning choices. Let's take a moment to bring it all together by adding just 4 simple foods to your breakfast: black beans, oats with chia seeds and almonds, green tea, and blueberries. You're giving your body a remarkable gift. These foods work like a team, boosting nitric oxide to relax your blood vessels, improving flow-mediated dilation to keep blood moving smoothly, lowering blood pressure by 3 to 7 points, and enhancing circulation to your pelvic region. That means more energy, better stamina, and a renewed sense of confidence, especially down there. Just as important, you're steering clear of the pitfalls we discussed: skipping breakfast, eating sugary cereals or white bread, and relying on coffee alone. Those habits can tighten your blood vessels and sap your vitality. But you now have the tools to choose differently. You're not just eating breakfast, you're reclaiming your energy, your confidence, and the closeness you share with your partner. Think of Robert, who rediscovered his morning walks with Ellen; James, who found his spark again with Susan; and Edward, who felt 10 years younger alongside Margaret. These men didn't overhaul their lives. They made small, intentional choices that added up to big transformations. And that's what I want for you. You don't need to change everything overnight. Start with one small step tomorrow. Maybe a handful of blueberries stirred into yogurt or a cup of green tea with a splash of lemon. Eat within an hour of waking to stabilize your body's rhythms. Take a gentle 15-minute walk, maybe with someone you love. These aren't just habits, they're acts of care for yourself, and they build results you'll feel in your energy, your mood, and your relationships. You're never too old to feel vibrant, and you have more power than you might realize. I've seen men in their 70s and 80s turn things around with these simple changes, proving that age is not the enemy. Neglect is. By watching this video, you've already taken a step toward a stronger, more connected life. Now, let's keep that momentum going. If you're ready to try one of these foods or habits tomorrow, type 1 In the comments below, I read every single one, and I'd love to know you're starting this journey. If you have questions or need a little encouragement, type 0. And let's keep this conversation going. Please give this video a like to help other seniors find these tips, and subscribe to Harmonic Health for more ways to live with vitality. Share this with a friend or loved one who could use a boost your story might inspire them to take that first step. This is your moment to choose vitality, to feel like yourself again, and to show up fully for the people you care about. Start tomorrow, one small bite or step at a time, and let's reclaim your energy together. I'm Dr. Hannah Cole, and I'll see you in the next video with more ways to live strong and connected. Here's to a vibrant you.